language between both of them being really antsy, trying to get ready to get going. We're going to start things off here on Demon Island, and Luna starting up with no remorse, immediately striking.
Shoutouts to Impala. Laura's running with his loadout actually here on the Kyle, because that's not what he was doing there. He started with the Pearl against Sandstorm, so that's really neat to see actually just fully preparing Luna.
Trying to give him war flashbacks right now. It's like, hey, you remember PCX? Well, let's see if you can replicate that success. But of course, like we said before, Loris has already done that once. He's shown that he's able to get the W, and Loris is, I think he has a very different beast to deal with, though, as Luna strikes fast and in a hurry.
Yeah, that neutral coming through there, and Luna playing with an urgency that feels like he's like, I don't like that I'm in spot to be eliminated for 5th. I need to get further and further in the bracket. This is not where I belong here. So Flores has to fight against this, basically this running train that is Luna right here, who cannot be stopped at this point. Look at him. The guitar is so fantastic.
Let's make this very clear for Luna. This is somebody who, if he loses, is taking that heavy. He only the top, only #1. It's what matters the most. And Loris is going to make that a little bit more difficult as he gets that dare and reverses that. Great job and minimizing that damage.
Yeah, Loris dealing with the pressure perfectly fine. Gets the down air there to punish the recovery. Luna does not have the jumps to make it back, and that is a quick sidelight, D-light recovery. Nair, Luna taking so much damage. Can he land? The guitars come through. Gravity cancel sidelight into downlight, but Loris hits right back, and that's a great punish coming in on Luna's whiff sidelight. Both players really just swinging at each other. Who's going to get this first stock here? It looks like Loris gets that neutral signature. Okay, that disarms Luna.
The past 4 wins for for Loris were all 2 hits to 3 hits at minimum. He's getting so much damage out of him right now. He's definitely woken up a ton. Trying to pop shot down with that nair. Baits him back out, but the Sair does miss.
Oh, falling side air. Neutral comes through. Luna sends him off the side of the stage. The Sair, the down to catch the landing, and Loris looking to the side, scratches his chin there. They're like, okay.
Like, bro, why?
That caught me off guard, and he gets right back in there, starts swinging unarmed, trying to get the stock. D-light neutral signature. South American players in general, I mean, we saw Kaina get that against Boomy, but right away, no hesitation, uses the iframes that you get from spawn. You lose those when you put on an attack, but if you don't put on an attack, they last for quite a while. Turns that into an opportunity to get the knockout, and then tacks on even more damage as he picks up a bow.
Yeah, I love the utilization of that too, because they don't have to worry so much about getting weapon start. It's like, no, we can box too. It's not a big deal. It's a very close game #1 though. This gets like, you do not want to be the one behind here. Laura is sending up deep off stage, almost catching him. That was so close.
Gravity cancel neutral sig was just inches away from taking him out, and Luna says, "I'll show you what a signature finish looks like with that gravity cancel down, spiking him off," and he's celebrating, knowing he didn't even have to go off stage to finish off that edge guard. Lores was so close. It was like a matter of fading back before the gravity cancel neutral sig to get that finisher there, but Luna makes it back, and he shows him what happens when you don't finish your food. Getting that punish there with that down signature, what a flashy way to end game #1.
Like you said, I mean, look at that damage difference. 483 to 479. They were neck and neck the whole way, and you were so on point with that. Like, at the end, once Luna got that W, he popped off. You didn't even need to hear it. You could feel the emotion from him in that, all because he made one mistake going off stage, and he was so close to stealing that one away in that game 1.
Yeah, well, Laura is fighting right back, not fazed by the result of that match, just knowing I still have to win 3 matches, and that has to change. With the D-lights and the dares are coming through, and Luna's really tacking on the damage. Nice dodge away, and Luna starts stepping forward, trying to get something started. Nice job dodging over the downlight, gets the neutral signature. Loris is boasting out of his hands, and the Sair just catches him completely off guard, and that's enough to force a knockout on its own in 30 seconds.
That is yet another hot start for Luna. Like, almost every game, he has such a significantly hot start compared to everyone else that you're forced to play from behind with essentially a whole stock's worth of free damage. But Loris has been one of the few people who's been able to answer that pretty well, other than this current moment, but this should be it. No, he misses out on the follow-up Sair, and once again, Luna safely getting back down to ground.
Falls with the side air, has the spear. Luna goes all the way onto the side of the stage, and we were talking about how that was a non-factor in certain stages. Loris gets the down stick, that's great, but like, that's the first time that we've really seen where it's like, okay, yeah, when you go to Fortress of Lions, that actually does matter. Luna taking advantage of that, and then still falling, because Loris is a master of that slide charge down stick where you get off the side of the stage.
And Loris doesn't really give up a lot of free opportunities when he sees that you give it to him. And Loris almost catches him with that recovery. That would have gotten him pretty close, but Luna, once again, he refuses to relinquish this lead. He's not been able to find some of these GCD lights he's been looking for, but it doesn't matter. He's minimizing. He's not getting hit much.
Yeah, Luna gets back to the stage with that nair. Nice job chasing around. Okay, good recovery from Lores. Doesn't switch over to the spear just yet. It's been a very bow-heavy playstyle against Luna so far in this best of 5. Weapon throw goes all the way, and that's the act. No, getting the neutral stick back to the stage. Don't get the knockout with it, but the damage is great. And that side signature, great job. We're seeing a lot of these gravity cancel side signatures from Impala earlier on, and Lores incorporating that in his play as well, showing how great he is with the character. Let's see who gets the first stock or the second stock here.
Hey, look, if you see someone doing it well, steal it. There's no reason not to. to use it, and Luna does finally find that Sayer, but we're looking at a very big difference in damage because that first stock was gone ASAP, and now he's essentially one good read away from Loras to even the game up.
The gravity cancel bow side signature reminds me of like when you gravity cancel a sword sidelight, where it's like you're covering grounded and a dash jump with the same move. So much better when you use that in the air. Lots of success, and that recovery is going to be enough. Luna gets sent flying. Bread and butter combo coming out from the bow with that sidelight D-light recovery, and it's evened up 1-1.
Yeah, very similar position to that last game too. Loras was building his way back up. We're at an even game of damage here. Luna does not have access to a weapon yet. He's feeling comfortable with boxing. He's going to pick up the Katars along the way, but he had to take 4 hits before he could do anything about it.
Oh, and the down air is coming out from Luna. Lores gets back onto the stage. Downsing put through. Sidelight. Downsing again. The downsing pressure's coming through. That's the third one in a row. Luna gets right past the ice. Sidelights through though, and he's being weapon starved to Ajax.
I really like the idea of it too. You haven't done it too much prior to that point.
Oh,
he finally gets it. That time mixing it up too. Instead of just going for it outright, Laura said, I'm gonna hit this, bro. Just calm down. Let me finish the job. And that sent it to a 1-1. And
then Luna reeling back there with a smile, being like, okay, you got me. We're going to game number 3. He's not gonna let that happen again. Those down 6 from Laura is fantastic. And I mentioned how it was mostly on the bow there. That 442 damage that was seen on that stat screen really coming in a huge play there. And look at this. All those down 6 on the right side of the stage leads to this edgeguard scenario where he repositions with the side sig and then doesn't even hesitate. Doesn't even wait for a dodge. Goes for the hard read of the down sig, and that catches Luna right off guard.
Incredible job. And I'm not surprised at all that we're still. I think we're probably going to stay on Demon Island unless one of them gets completely destroyed because they've both been playing phenomenally here. I think that even though Loras has been winning out more with these side cancel signatures off the side to control that ledge, I feel like Luna much prefers being able to have this small range to work with to get that damage quickly. He's been able to do it consistently and usually very quickly off the set.
Now the nair hits. Let's see what he can do with this. Silent in the neutral signature, trying to get that dodge up read.
I think it's the first time we haven't seen Luna also with a massive lead at the beginning.
Yes, that's true. Laura's kind of running away with this momentum. D-Light ground pound off the recovery. That's like a blaster side air that Laura's took, right? There's barely any damage coming through. Juggles the weapon. He's staying purely bow focused here in this matchup against Luna, and he's chasing him off stage, actually. Laura's aggression has really ramped up, and as long as Luna can't get any of these strings on the guitars, which okay, he's doing
the ground pound from above. Very close to closing it out right there if he caught that Sayer. And going off stage once again, Loras has to be very careful. He gets the wall bounce, misses out on the GCD light into ground pound, but Luna gets right back to the blasters, almost getting that Sayer.
Oh, doesn't get the right bounce for that follow-up on that side air. D-Light recovery could do it, and Loras is starting to hit back with extra credit. 2 Sayers in a row. That's huge damage coming through. Sayer again. Loras, what can he do with the bow here? Falls to the D-Light. Luna wasn't expecting it. Doesn't get the recovery right afterwards. That would have been huge, and now Loras is getting a ton of extra damage.
You're saying simplicity is key. Even if it's just 1, 2, 3 hit Sayers, you're still building up the damage out of that stock, which he was able to do very well. Luna does finally find it though, and he evens up the set count.
Oh man, this is really intense. Luna with the guitars here, tosses that weapon up, gets the blasters out of the way, has the guitars, goes forward with the neutral air, and Laura is waiting for that spawn through. Even if it's a spear, okay, good. He had the bow primes.
I've seen so minimal. I was actually thinking about that. I've seen so minimal of the spear overall because the bow's just been that good in this matchup. I'm curious to see when it might be an opportunity. Well, actually, honestly, don't even bother, bro. Don't listen to me. The bow has been on the money.
He doesn't have to change it, and now he knows that this down stick pressure, Luna hasn't been able to punish it for him. Even if he misses 50 of these down sticks in a row, Luna has to jump all the way around it. That gives Laura's complete control over the stage, and here's another opportunity for the down stick once again. Going back to the stage.
Oh, great job getting back on immediately with the neutral light as well. But like you're saying, the recovery does finally find it. But those D6 at the ledge, you have nowhere to hide from that on Demon Island.
Yeah, and that's a great point, actually, where you really don't want to stay on the wall. You have to jump to be able to get back up there. Double D-Light ground pound. Luna could go for a third. Sweating back to the stage. It's great damage, but the downs that comes through, line of sight, not activating there. Luna Sayers him off the side of the stage. Luna has been really behind, but he keeps bringing these stocks to an even situation, even when he is down red to white damage.
That's actually been for both of them, too. Oh, great job getting over that. That was not going to be a good opportunity, good time for Luna. But it's always gone down to last stock. Last hit. There's been no dominant factor as Luna is going to close this out here, evening up and putting it back to 1-1.
Loras is so smart. He was so quick. The down air does not have a lot of hit stun on it when it does connect. He buffered that gravity cancel neutral signature, knowing that he couldn't get back, and a chance to get some extra damage on Luna, and Luna got out of there quickly. But man, that was a good idea.
So beating his way back down to the ground, and it's going to be a side light into D-Light Sair. Laura is still holding on to this lead, not giving up much opportunity for Luna to get back in, but Luna is finding a lot of straight hits. He's getting multiple dares in. It's starting to look a little different.
Kicks him out of the way. Sidelight comes through. Neutral light gets the sidelight dare. Goes all the way off the side of the stage. Then down sync catches it going for the recovery, and the stuffed recovery effects show you that he has that unlocked. Waits till he gets to the side of the stage, and it's so huge. Gets the fast fall. Doesn't put the input in too early. If you get an accidental spear recovery or spear ground pound there, you're just out. And Lorez with that 456 on the bow is really carrying it. And now he's one game away from knocking Luna out at 5th.
And you heard the crowd kind of get into it too. Remember, there's a lot of South America here showing some representation. A lot of people being big fans of that. And also the underdog, if you will. Even though he beat him prior, this is still the #1 overall seed of the tournament in Luna. He has had his back against the wall a few times. He's been able to come out on top. The only person who has prevented that this weekend has been Lores, who Taza is up 2-1 in the set.
He's up 2-1. Luna's not the kind of player to switch characters in these situations. He's the kind that likes to adapt his playstyles. And we're seeing a similar situation like we saw with Meg D, right? Where game 1 goes over to Luna's favor, and then all of a sudden, he's starting to get figured out. And he'll take a breather, he'll take a break, he'll try to figure out what he needs to do to change his game plan, because I think he wants to be able to play this differently with the character that he's picked, which is the Lucian, rather than go to something that we've seen him play in the past, like the Terrace or the Jiro.
I would be hard-pressed to see any of those come out through here as well. Like, I mean, the Qatar, if it was a switch at all, it'd have to be Qatar's Legend. Like, he's been playing it so much of late, but the option is now going to be Fortress or Lions. We mentioned it before. You know, the hover underneath is one thing. You need way more room to hide from Lores right now. You were not winning out in Demon Island.
It's actually a carbon copy of what happened in the Meg D set. They went to Brawlhaven. Luna gets the win. Then he gets destroyed on Demon Island twice in a row, and then he takes them single plat maps and he wins the set. And that could be what's the difference maker here, because we saw Luna using that platform get a lot of blasters dares, and it puts him at the right height for the Sair follow-up there. That time not enough damage to want to go for it, but that chase dodge recovery afterwards means that Luna's got an explosive start here at game number 4. And Ajax, this just might be what it is.
I mean, when we were looking at the end of game 3, something I saw out of Luna wasn't actually frustration. He kind of nodded his head. It's like, okay, you got it. It's okay. You got it. I'm fine. But like you said before, I mean, last time it was a 3-stock on Apocalypse, and this time it is an early lead once again. Loris is the only one who hasn't let him capitalize on a big lead, but he's definitely looking much better already to start.
Oh, and Luna getting back on stage, gets one neutral, but D-Light side air puts him off to the right. Loris is doing a good job not letting Luna run away with this, and I thought that was going to be a down to punish the landing, but he wasn't sure. Gets the dare. That recovery not enough, and he goes up for another one. Sidelight side air off the top of the stage.
What an interesting exchange in the skies. Like, you wanted to go for GC D-Light to sneak one out on me up here? No. I did not expect it to be the side air to close it out all the way up in the skies, though.
That might be the difference maker, Ajax. If I get hit by that in bracket, I'm going out 3-1.
Like, no, you got it, bro.
Loris, look at this off stage, gets the dare, waits for Luna to get back onto the stage. Loris playing so hot. Sidelight catches him with the exclamation points coming through. Luna being stuck on the stage for so long.
Oh, he finally avoids the dare, but even that, he hasn't been able to get back on, and he's going to go too low.
He missed.
That is a huge play for Loris. That might actually be what hits the nail on the coffin here for the set.
Oh, and now we see Luna going down to 1 stock, his tournament stock. Loris 1 stock away from knocking out Luna, making it 3 SA to 2 NA here in the top 5. Loris getting back on stage, getting even more damage, and Luna has to even this up real quick. Doesn't go for the down stick, goes for the Sair instead, but Loris back in this corner guard scenario. We saw him succeed with 3-4 side lights in a row. He's so good at edge guarding Luna.
Taza, we're talking about one of the few people who could potentially say they double eliminated Luna from bracket. That is not a common sentence many people could say, and it is building as he gets that D-Light recovery, and he's building on damage heavy. Cider comes through. It's not going to be enough yet.
He goes all the way out there and he gets the Sair.
He double eliminates Luna from the bracket, and Luna, our #1 seed overall, is out, and that is yet another one of South American reps moving forward in this bracket.
And that is Luna hanging his head after that game. That game for giving Loris a hug at the very end there, respecting the competition there, because we saw him even as he was getting